Hey everybody, I want to talk to you a little bit about the movement that's on YouTube. I'm Priscilla and I invite you to join me in the movement. So what exactly is the movement? If you haven't heard of the DoorDashers, come a little closer. I want to tell you, they are killing it and making bank just by delivering foods. Now, when I say they're doing it by delivering foods, there's a caveat. They are telling their story. And if they're not telling their story, they're giving you a healthy serving of some type of advice that can benefit you or someone that you know. Everyone has a story worth telling. If you are a person who goes to church, you'll hear these spiritual revelations in the manner of a testimony in church. With knees knocking and teeth chattering, people will stand up in front of hundreds of people and give a testimony. And this testimony is given to help someone else know that whatever you're going through, there is something, a greater purpose, a greater being that can help you, as it has helped the person that is giving the testimony. Now, I'm talking about people who are door dashing from one place to another, delivering not only food for the soul, they're delivering a delicious meal, which is nourishment for the body. All in all, they're feeding the spirit. And you can do that too. Your method of delivering something to someone may come in the form of demonstrating something that you sew, something that you enjoy making, something that you enjoy collecting, dishes perhaps, or painting, any number of things. You will hear your friends compliment you on so many things that you just take for granted. You're so good at doing hair. I love the way that you do your makeup. You are so good at conversing with other people and making them feel comfortable. You are so good at this, that, and the other, any number of things. So I'd like to invite you to take inventory of some of the assets that you have. There's one particular DoorDasher that I'm referring to, and she's the DOUGH dash, DoDash. And what she has said, and it resonated with me, is that we all have assets, gifts, something that is of value that someone else can find value in as well, as long as we are willing to share. When you share of something that you have freely, without any expectation, because no one owes you anything. No one owes you anything, but you owe it to yourself to share the gift that God has given you. You owe it to yourself to share it with others, and they are waiting for it. Now, there are many Bible verses out there, and there's one in Genesis that I wrote down, and it says that a generous person will prosper. A generous person will prosper. Now, what exactly does that mean? You can't hold your gifts just for you. If you hold your gifts just for you, you will be the only benefactor of it. When you share your gift with others, others will be able to take the gift that you shared with them and share it with someone else, and your gift begins to multiply. And when your gift begins to multiply, it's just like having money in the bank. When you make a deposit, the longer you leave it in the bank, the more it will accumulate. In addition to the more it will accumulate, that money that is accumulating is being dispensed to other people to use to get a mortgage, to purchase a car, to finance some vacation, whatever you want to think of in terms of if it costs money, we can be a contributor in that. I don't know if you really get that analogy, but it made sense to me as I was saying it. But I want to say the more you help people get what they want, the faster you're going to get what you want. And in this conversation, when I'm talking about DoDash, she is delivering food and she's getting compensation from that. And she's leaving a word of scripture of sorts for us, the listeners on YouTube. And we are building a community, something that I don't know that she intentionally did it, but I believe she was aware that the possibility was there. How far would this take her? Who knows? How far will she hang in there and keep going and keep going and growing and growing? Well, I know this. The more she does it, the more people she's going to touch, and people such as myself will find that this is something that resonates with me, and it can be duplicated. Not duplicating what she's doing specifically, but the model is there. Let's just say, for example, if there is a cup that you admire, almost every cup that I think of that I drink from has a handle. There are different shapes of handles, has a different twist to it, but it's still a cup. So I'm modeling what I'm seeing and making this work for me. In this little motivational talk that I'm giving you right now, I want you to know that there is endless possibilities as to what you can do should you decide to become a YouTuber. You can become a YouTuber without the thought of making any money. You don't have to turn a passion into financial profit, but you can turn a passion into something that will benefit someone else. And if you find that that is something that you would want to do, it resonates with you, it's absolutely free to join the YouTubers and create the possibilities for yourself. I can recognize one value. My mother, and so did I, kept a family scrapbook of pictures. I no longer do that. I use the technological devices that are available to me, and I put things on Facebook or any other type of electronic device. I can send pictures. Well, let me just say that you can now use technology to store images instead of using the space in a... One thing that I can say is that you can now house photographs in a technological device such as YouTube. You can easily share this information with friends and family at absolutely no cost or not incurring any cost, because you already have the phone. You're already paying the monthly fee for the internet or the cable service. So there's no additional cost to you. It is worth considering. In my opinion, it's worth considering. To what extent do you feel that you can benefit yourself and your family? So in this little short message that I'm giving to you right now, I want you to give some thought to the possibilities of creating a meaningful way of sharing your passion. If you have taken the time to watch me to this extent, please jot in the chat, what is one thing that you feel that you can talk about for 2 minutes without anyone interrupting you? If you can talk about one thing for about 2 minutes without any interruption while you're speaking, that could be something worthy of considering for sharing with people on the internet. Will it be easy for you to get up and display something to the public? Maybe not so easy, but what does become easy, what gets rehearsed and practiced, becomes easier and easier to perform. Let's think a moment about Beyonce. Beyonce is really good at what she does. In my personal opinion, she's a fabulous dancer. In my humble opinion, she is a marvelous singer. The reason she's able to maintain that is because she's practiced. Now, she's been dancing since she was a kid. She's probably been singing even longer than she was a dancer. But it's through consistent practice that she has a craft that is worthy of being financially compensated for. So hold that thought in your mind for just a moment. There is no one that is going to come to the internet on day one and be perfect. And the more days that you spend at home practicing going live on YouTube and waiting for that perfect image to show up, you are delaying what your purpose might be. It is only when you step up and face your fear that you're going to see progress and the evidence that you can do this. Fear of doing something is nothing more than false evidence appearing real. When you internalize what false evidence appearing real means, you're well on your way to making the change that is required for you to become the best version of yourself. We all want that. I want that for you. I want that for me. And in order for us to reach that pinnacle of success, we have to put ourselves out there and show that we're not perfect. Can you remember there was a time, it was a regular program on TV where they showed bloops and blunders? So even the actors and the actresses, they make mistakes. They cut that out. And then they show you the more perfect form of what it is that they want you to see. Well, this is what you can do too. However, if you're not good at editing, leave the blurbs and the mistakes in there. Don't take them out. They're called bloopers. Leave the bloopers in there. And at the later date, when you're really good, you can bring all of these bloopers in and show people who are just starting out that there is nothing really at a later date. You can bring out at a later date, you can compile something with the bloopers so that individuals can see that nothing is as perfect as it appears when I'm watching the finished product. So know that getting a head start on what you could conceivably do on the YouTube just takes a moment of your time. So I just want you to know that if you want to make a difference in someone's life, including your own, go ahead, take that leap of faith and know that the longer you wait, the longer you hesitate, you are delaying some of the possibilities that lie ahead. Even when I say this, I often tell people at the time that it is for you, you will be ready to do it. And until you're ready to do it, you're not. That makes no sense. I want you to know that you can use this platform as a platform of possibilities for whatever it is that you want to do, whatever you wish to share. Thanks so much for listening to me, and I hope to see you tomorrow Thanks so much for listening to me. And today is the 24th. Thanks so much for listening to me. And there are 6 more days before my 30 days of celebrating my birthday is over. If you'd like to sign my birthday card, it is below. And I'd love to see your signature as a subscriber. Bye for now. I'd love to see your signature as a subscriber to my channel. Bye for now.